Hello, welcome back to Car Salvage 101 and welcome to a little review on an OBD reader which I plan to use today on the BMW 4 Series that I have. It's been kindly provided to me by Kingbolen, and although this will probably be backwards because of the camera angle, but we will cover this in greater detail shortly. But yes, it's a OBD reader that works off Bluetooth, and it's got lifetime membership, so it doesn't expire after a year. You can use it as often as you want, and you just download the app, and through your own mobile phone or tablet you can connect to your Bluetooth, connect to this, and then start reading error codes and clear error codes and do some basic programming as well. Obviously it's generic, it's not specifically for BMW or Fiat or Range Rover, etc., but it covers a majority of the car manufacturers. So without further ado, let me get this out, show you it, and we'll plug it in to the 4 Series because we have a engine management light which I need to sort out. So we have the Kingbolen Ediag Elite. We will just shake the box to let this come out, and it's in its own little pouch with your quick start guide and obviously your QR code to download the app to. I'm sure most of you have seen these in some way, shape or form over the past, but anyway, this is the OBD reader. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to plug it in to the port down, well, in this case it's down on the right hand side by the steering wheel, and we'll get up the app and get it connected. So this is the app on my Android Samsung phone, and we'll have to read what we got. As I say, we have an engine management light. So if we go to all systems diagnostic, let's just close that. Let's have a look. It's just downloading a bit of software. Right, so it's found the car through the VIN, shows a bit of information on it. It's turned the ignition off. So it's all nice and simple so far. Right, so what does the health report say? So I am aware that there is an engine management light on. I have already run this through with BMW software, and I know it to be a high air mass issue, which I think in general layman's terms suggests it's the EGR cooler that's basically quite heavily stuffed up basically with carbon. However, we have, let's have a look. So these are all the norms, and these are not the norms. So engine control module, what does this suggest? Does it have? So read fault code. There, see, air mass system measured, and it's too high. Air mass system charge air hose leak detected. Air mass system measured air mass too high. So that's what this is reporting, which is what I thought it was going to produce. So that's good. So we know that that is what BMW software has already brought up. So we can go back in and have a look at some other ones. That's around the door. It's a bit weird. But what we can do is we can go about, these are all things like doing the seat and air conditioning. We don't have to worry about that. It's the engine. So if we go into this, these are the faults that we said. So let's clear the faults, shall we? They have cleared the faults. Now, shall we clear all of them? So that is going to look to clear everything. So we have cleared the faults down. It's still bringing up 1. So what is this? Is this still a switch block on the driver's door? I have no idea what that is. I do not know what that is. A switch block. But otherwise, we have got rid of all of the air mass fault codes. So let's come out of that and let me show you. What we can also do is to reset various maintenance issues. So it does come up saying we do need various things done. So if I look on the iDrive, you can't see it, but I'll briefly discuss it through with you. We'll go to vehicle status, service requirements. So we do have a vehicle check needed, an engine oil check needed, and a brake fluid needed as well. Now, what we could do as a bog standard check is a vehicle check, and we should be able to reset that. So if we click yes, we don't have to worry about the engine oil. Right, so if we now exit out of this, let's now come go all the way to the front. So these are all the different things you can supposedly do on this BMW. So various resets. You just download the bit of software that you need to it, and then you can then run it through. So that is the maintenance functions of the OBD reader. So if we go into OBD functions, from here we can look to read live data as an example. So if I can go for a drive, I might want to see my throttle position or the airflow rate from the mass airflow sensor. You know, all these types of things that we might want to see the live data for, to see whether or not there's any issues, things like around, as an example, like the RPM or the engine temperature, or sometimes, I don't know if it's here, but like the battery voltage. You know, have you got a problem with an O2 sensor, etc., etc. So we can have a look at all of those if you want to as well. So yeah, for a BMW, it's not too bad at all. So with clearing that fault using the Ediag Elite, we're going to turn the ignition on. Just ask me to set the time and the date. Let me get back to you, because that will do my OCD in if I don't. Right, date has been done and dusted. So if we should see that engine management light go out. Which it has done. Now, obviously, it's cleared the fault. Whether or not that has, well, I appreciate it's cleared the fault. It's whether it comes back on or not, that's going to be the main thing. But for the minute, it is off. So, yeah, the OBD reader. So if we pull it out, with a BMW, it works pretty well. And yeah, for the money, and you don't have to invest in a lot of money for this one at all. So what we'll do is I'll turn this off, and I will look to just go and put it in a Fiat 500, see if we're getting the same information, and run the Fiat 500 as well. Okay, so we are now in the Fiat 500. We have the OBD port plugged in here, and we're now going to see whether or not there's any fault codes on this 2015 Popstar before it goes up for sale. So let's open the app and have a look. Right, so with this 500, the battery voltage was proved to be an issue with, well, just because of the battery. So it did throw up a lot of errors, and this is what 500s do. If the battery's not a great condition, it will throw up errors. And in this case, as you can see, we've got errors relating to that. So if we click clear DTCs, which we've done, there's nothing on the dashboard now. So if we go back and turn off the ignition, if we now turn on the ignition, we shouldn't see anything to do with ABS, airbag, or anything like that. And at the moment, no, we don't. So I'll just double check on the fault code again. So we'll go back in on the system and let's have a look. So if we go into the car, the noise is that it's going through the processes of going through the different modules. So we don't have to worry about that for the minute. And then obviously we've got the instrument cluster that comes up, but that's because I think when it's going through things, yeah, so we actually don't have anything, and yeah, they've all gone out. So so yeah, we'll just turn that off. So I thought I'd show you this inspection result, and as you can see here, we'll ignore these because but this one in particular, number one, battery voltage. Now, and again, number three, battery voltage. Now, that is what was causing the errors to come up. When you have a very low voltage problem through the main 12-volt battery in your car, it will start to throw up errors. The car will run fine. You'll sit there and you're wondering what's going on, but it's normally because of the 12-volt battery. And you can see in here that it actually tells you that that battery voltage is not good. So there you have it. So yeah, on the reports, it details previous reports, which is good. So yeah, that's gives you a great idea about what the issue is, doesn't it? Okay, so that brings us to the end of the review of the OBD scanner from Kingbolen. It was given to me obviously as a test. I generally use multi-ECU scan for Fiats, and for BMW I use a Pro Tool. Both do obviously cost money, and they're obviously specific to those manufacturers. You can't just generically use them. So this OBD's tool is really good if you want to use it across a number of different cars that you might have in your family. And it's able to clear codes, and yeah, you can update. Certainly with the BMW, you can update that you've done, for example, a service or something like that, and it can change the iDrive information for you. So yeah, all places you can buy it is in the description below. Thanks again for the support from Kingbolen in regards to sending it to me, and yeah, give it a shot if you already don't have one. If you just want a OBD scanner to just keep around at home, it's definitely worth a go. So yeah, that's it, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now.